Let's do it.
Here we go!
Welcome back to Deep Fried, boys.
Let's go back in there. Can I go in?
Gotta talk to him first.
The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach. Oh, I guess
Stage ain't showing till later.
Yeah, we already did this. Fuck.
Okay, jeez. Okay.
What the fuck?
Do you have the ticket?
He says it's not till later, so there's something else we need to do. I'm trying to think, what haven't we done?
Talk to him about the clown eggs.
Earlier you told me there's another clown with the same face paint.
That's right, the other balloon seller.
Except I looked at the clown eggs display in the sideshow. There's only one egg with that pattern, and it's supposedly taboo for another clown to use another clown's makeup.
Say, you're real sharp. Better watch out you don't cut yourself.
So what's the deal?
You're right, there's just me. I walk around the wooden way and sell balloons at both ends. When people ask, I like to have a little fun with them.
So you're not actually following me around?
Why would I need to do that? You aren't dangerous or anything, right?
Right.
What else can I do for you?
Yeah, there's...
Okay.
Yeah, there's those. Let's see if it's open yet. Because
Yeah.
I would like to progress.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem to want you to go.
And it's in your inventory, right? The ticket.
I don't think it's a ticket. Yeah, admit one Barnaby Bob's astonishing demonstration of
perspicacity and skill. What?
Yeah, so yeah, that's what this is. Ticket, please. Oh yeah, that's you. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach.
Ticket, please.
Ticket for what?
Barnaby Bob's Stunt Spectacular.
What's that?
The boss does a show.
Yes?
Yeah.
What kind of show?
Knife tricks, mostly.
Here's my ticket.
Okay. Go on in. Show will start soon.
He enters the stage area. Cool! You know, that thing that cowboys definitely said back in the day.
Yep.
Cool!
Yep.
Totally gnarly, my dude.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Is there a save mechanic in this game? I forget.
I think it autosaves.
Autosave? Okay.
Oops. Hold on. Almost got it. There it is. Yeah, I think it autosaves.
Okay. Alrighty.
What's that say? These benches must be for the audience.
Here,
This is the same muscular clown that was guarding the entrance to the stage area earlier. It doesn't look like he's going to let you backstage.
You could try.
He's gonna get mad at me. You can't go through to the backstage area. The hulking clown guard won't let you. You know,
okay.
By existing.
Alright, so then I guess you gotta watch.
Where should I sit? Where should I sit?
Yeah.
Fucking front row, bitch. You take a seat and a smattering of other patrons appear and sit down as well. After a minute or two, there's a crash of cymbals and a clown runs in from the backstage curtain and jumps up onto the stage. In contrast to the other clown's colorful clothing, his is relatively simple. Black wool trousers and a bright crimson shirt under a pale tan leather jacket with fringe on the sleeves and a red heart painted on the shoulder. His face paint is plain white without any colored accents, contrasting his curled black mustache and thin goatee. A snappy silk top hat with a rakish tilt tops off his outfit. I'm sorry I read it like that. I thought that you know what, whatever. He doffs his hat and bows with a deep theatrical flourish, and the small audience claps politely. Clap.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And welcome one and all to Barnaby Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow. I hope you've been enjoying the attractions and distractions of our traveling little carnival. And now it's time for our star performance, the main attraction. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for...
A loud drum roll starts as he gestures to the curtain, and then the cymbals crash again. Thanks for the Foley.
Yeah.
The clown puts his hat back on with a chuckle.
Me, Barnaby Bob.
Applaud.
Much obliged. You're far too kind. Well, I haven't even shown you anything yet.
With a laugh, he flips a large Bowie knife into the air. You didn't even see where he pulled it from. The knife glitters as it spins. He catches it and flips it in the air again, this time catching and balancing it on the tip of one finger. He holds that pose very still for a moment, then jerks his hand out of the way. The knife thunks into the wood of the stage floor, deep enough that he has to give it a jerk from side to side before he can yank the blade free. He winks broadly to the audience.
Wouldn't be any fun if they weren't sharp, would it, ladies and gents?
Clap. I like how it alternates between clap and applaud.
Yeah.
He pulls 2 more knives from his jacket and begins a flashy and elaborate knife juggling act. 3 spinning blades somehow turn into 4, and then his hat is added into the mix, floating lightly through the cascade of knives without a single scratch. He finishes the routine by catching 2 of the knives in each hand and allowing his hat to fall nearby to the ground, before catching it on the tip of his boot and kicking it back into the air and onto the top of his head. Applaud.
Now there's some applause I believe I've earned. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it took a lot of hats to get to where I am today.
He chuckles as he adjusts his hat back to its original is it rakish or rackish?
Rakish.
Rakish tilt.
Yeah, a rake in this context is like a disheveled, like intimidating looking person.
Oh, so he's like,
yeah,
he's being like the underhanded looking carny.
Yeah. Now, for the grand finale. For this, I'll need a volunteer from the audience.
A few hands go up. Barnaby Bob ignores them and looks directly at you.
How about you, sir?
Okay.
Good. I like a brave one. Step right up onto the stage here. Your name, please.
West Westernson.
It's a real pleasure to finally meet you, West Marshall Westernson.
How does he know your middle name?
Especially since we just changed it today.
What are you talking about? That was always my name.
No, it certainly wasn't sneaky.
Yeah, of course. A couple of clowns haul a large wooden panel about 7 feet tall and 4 wide up onto the stage. They stand it up vertically behind you and stay there, holding it steady. It has 2 holes in it, slightly above waist level, and a lot of knife marks.
Press your back flat up against the wood, please, and put your hands through the holes.
You do so. The holes are just a fraction too high, so it's not very comfortable, and then one of the clowns pulls your arms back tighter and ties them together with rough hemp. Hemp.
Yeah.
So it becomes much more uncomfortable for a variety of reasons.
Don't worry, this is just to make sure you don't make any sudden and unexpected movements. We wouldn't want that, would we? Fret not, son. Everything's under control.
He steps up close to you and adjusts your collar, brushes a little dust off your shoulders.
My control. You know, West, we get a sharp customer through here from time to time. But my, you're the sharpest I've seen yet. However, I'd bet a shiny silver dollar I've got something up my sleeve that's even sharper.
His pupils narrow to vertical slits as he grins at you, revealing rows of pointed yellow shark teeth. As he turns away, you can see that the heart on the shoulder of his leather jacket is drawn with an arrow through it, and the word Mom. It doesn't look painted on. For your hands. You struggle a little, but your arms are too tightly bound. The rough hemp rope digs into your wrists. Barnaby Bob strolls to the other end of the stage and turns to face you.
Now, don't you worry. This'll all be over soon. Just don't move.
He has a knife in his hand again, and gives it a few twirls and flips. Light reflected from the blade glitters in his eyes. Then, without warning, he hurls it at you. Thunk! I tried like emulating it as best I could. The knife hits the wood before you can even blink, a hair's breadth from your left ear.
Stare him down.
Fuck yeah, stare him down. Barnaby Bob grins at you as the audience applauds. Another knife appears in one hand and an apple in the other. He tosses the apple to one of the stagehands, who carefully balances it on the top of your head.
Time for the old William Tell routine. A bit of a cliche, perhaps, but there's a reason it's a classic. Eh, ladies and gentlemen?
The crowd watches with rapt attention as he flourishes the knife, spinning it and flipping it behind his back. Then, faster than you can register. Ow!
Yeah, dude, that's a wooden chair under that upholstery.
Well, that's perfect for the sound effect then.
Don't crush your hand.
Cold apple juice dribbles into your hair and down the back of your neck.
2 for 2! What do you say, West? Shall we go for one more?
We're gonna stare him down.
Yeah.
Barnaby Bob pulls out another knife and gives it a quick strabbing across the pale leather sleeve of his jacket. Then whips a colorful spotted handkerchief from his pocket and blindfolds himself. This time his smile is much colder.
I advise you to watch closely, Westonson, since you're the only one of us who can.
Watch closely. The crowd laughs, but you don't really hear it. The knife spins in his hand, this time either because of the adrenaline or because he's actually moving slower. You can see the motion of his arm as he throws it. He twists his wrist in an odd way that you don't think he did before. The knife is flying at you. The knife is flying directly at your right eye.
Don't move.
The knife incredibly swerves at the last possible minute. I didn't slap his chair this time. You can feel the wood shake from the force as it stabs into the board. The metal is cold against your right cheek. The audience erupts into cheers as Barnaby Bob removes his blindfold and pumps a fist triumphantly. I almost said fish. I had to really fight myself to not say fish.
Don't pump a fish.
One of the stagehand clowns unties your wrist and helps you get to your arms out of the holes. Bob takes your hand and raises it into the air victoriously.
Well now, ain't he a good sport, folks? And as brave a target as I've ever had. Take a bow, Westonson.
Take a bow. You bow to the cheering crowd, carefully keeping your eyes on Barnaby Bob. He bows as well, removing his hat with an elaborate flourish, and then takes a slip of paper out of it.
And as a token of appreciation, I'd like to give our star volunteer a gift. A year's supply of dynamite. Use it in good health.
As he hands you the coupon, the clown leans in close to your ear and whispers.
This was the only warning you'll get, boy.
You got an item. Barnaby Bob waves and blows kisses to the crowd as you climb down from the stage, and then he disappears through the backstage curtains. The audience gradually disperses. Phew! That all definitely happened, folks. It was definitely not just a dialogue tree. Oops. Well, I need to try to go inside the backstage.
Yeah.
The muscular clown stares at you, but makes no move to stop your egress.
Mm-hmm.
I like that where they add a filter over the music to make it sound further. That's really cool.
Yeah.
This little trailer is probably Barnaby Bob's office. Examine. The wagon is old but well maintained. A brass plaque on the door reads Barnaby Bob, confirming your suspicions.
You could peek.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Well, I know that last time I think we kicked in the door, but I still feel like we should spy on him.
You see Barnaby Bob sitting at a desk. He seems to be inspecting a large map, but you can't make out any details from here. Let's knock. Let's be nice this time. You knock on the door.
Come on in,
Barnaby Bob calls. You open the door and walk into Barnaby Bob's office. He looks up from his desk, surprised to see you.
You? Here I thought I made myself perfectly clear the last time we met, and yet you knock politely and walk straight into the lion's mouth. You are either extremely brave or extraordinarily foolish, boy. Both, I might hazard a guess.
I've got some questions that need answered.
And you think I'm gonna answer them? If I didn't find you amusing, I'd have vanished you off of the face of the earth for what little you know already.
I appreciate that, but I can't just leave the situation unresolved.
What curiosity did to the cat is gonna seem like a Sunday picnic compared to what I'll do to you if you anger me, boy.
Boy.
Go ahead and ask your questions, but bear in mind, I already gave you your fair warning.
I'm gonna start here. What are you plotting exactly?
Bold as brass you are. If you think I'll answer that, you've got another thing coming, boy. Another think coming? I think that's an actual typo. Don't try my patience.
Who are you? The clown smiles sarcastically at you.
Why, I'm Barnaby Bob, at your service, sir.
You know what I mean.
And if my estimation of your intelligence was not entirely off the mark, you already know the damn answer. You are wasting my time and yours, and you have precious little.
What are you doing here?
Straight to the heart of the matter. Well now, I had you pegged as a clever one, so why don't you tell me? I mean, I would say the cows, because that's where all the clowns have been doing stuff.
You're here because of the cows.
Perhaps you got a brain rattling around in that skull of yours after all, boy. That's correct. The cows came home, as you say, and we followed them.
Why?
Why? Don't disappoint me now that you have impressed me, kid. Think about it. Your age-old enemy that you've been fighting since time out of mind up and leaves? No farewell, no postcard. Wouldn't you want to know what the hell was going on?
You don't know?
Dear, oh dear. I've gone and said something I probably shouldn't have.
That's a lot of contractions on one word.
Yep. Buddy, you are treading on some dangerously thin ice right now. I hope that you are thanking your lucky stars that I consider you to be essentially insignificant. I can hear those gears ticking in that 3-pound dog's dinner you call a brain, son. Now it's my turn to ask a question. How are you gonna convince me that I shouldn't just make you disappear like a fart in a tornado?
Well,
make it good, West Westernson. Make it good, because you get one chance at this. I'd say the top one, probably.
you need me.
Do I now? And what, pray tell, do I need you for? My freak show is plenty full.
There aren't enough of you to be an army. You're just a scouting party. You're reconnaissance. You're here to gather information.
Yes, and?
You can't do that efficiently. Not the way you guys look. You stand out too much. You need a human scout.
Don't you play games with me, Sonny Jim. You are talking to Barnaby Bob, Duke of Hell, and I can make your worst personal nightmares look like a choir of softly singing angels.
I'm serious. Look, I'm not your enemy. The cows are. And if you're after the cows, not humans, then you aren't my enemy either.
The enemy of my enemy.
Can't imagine we'll ever be friends, Bob. But so long as it's mutually profitable, I think we can come to an arrangement. You promise to leave the people of this world alone, and I'll tell you anything I find out about the cows. ...
I gotta hand it to you, kid. You may well be the first human being to ever leave old Barnaby Bob speechless.
We got a deal?
Alright, I agree. We won't make any trouble for the humans. You bring me anything of interest you find about the cows. Hell, if it's good, I might even pay you.
Good.
You're a smart fella, West Westernson. You better be smart enough to know what'll happen if you double-cross me.
Mama didn't raise no fool.
Good for her.
He shows you the map on his desk. There's a location circled in red, not far from Dirtwater, marked Tannery.
This'll get you started. There's an old tannery a ways south of here.
Oh, that place? I pretty much cleared it out already.
Did you now? Well, I must say I admire your initiative. If you found anything interesting there, I'd sure appreciate a look-see.
I'll get back to you. Alright then.
So was there anything you can, like...
I actually don't remember.
Yeah, you go back to him, see if there's new stuff to talk about.
About half of Barnaby Bob's books are about juggling, balloon animal patterns, and other clown techniques. The other half are bound in human skin.
Oh, God.
This safe is warm to the touch, and you don't recognize the symbols on the dial.
Oh.
Right.
I have limited reserves of both time and patience, so I recommend you waste neither one, West Westonson.
Let me try this first. I've killed some cows if you're interested in bounties.
Yes, I will be delighted to pay you for proof of your kills, West Westonson. Let's see what you brought.
Okay, so that's what the brass rings are.
Oh, shit. Well, shit, they're 50 meat for him. We were selling them for like 15 meat at the store.
You splop. I've never heard that word before. Splop. You splop a cow tongue on Barnaby desk. God damn! You splop a cow tongue on Barnaby Bob's desk. He reacts with a raised eyebrow.
Yes. Well, can't say I care for the manner of delivery, but I'll take it. Anything else I could take off your hands today?
Give him a brass ring. You toss Barnaby Bob a brass bull ring.
Ah, the traditional carnival prize. Just dandy. Here you are. Anything else?
Nothing.
Okay,
We're gonna drop back in that bad boy.
Yep.
And we already know what he says. I checked out that tannery you mentioned.
Did you now? And what did you discover?
A bunch of animated cowhides. Plus a whole cow skeleton with leather just sort of draped over it.
They were able to animate the leather? That's interesting, though not wholly unexpected.
There's more to it. There was leather there that wasn't possessed, and we'd know if they could animate any old leather because of people's hats and stuff. I think it's just untanned hides.
Well now, that is information worth knowing. How nice it is when an arrangement works out to mutual benefit. There's more where that came from, if you can tell me more about this tanning process.
Do you think I should tell him?
Yeah, sure.
It's a plant called cow's bane. They use it in tanning leather. Apparently the cows hate it and attack anyone growing it.
Fascinating. This is valuable information indeed. If you can provide me with a sample, or even a supply, I will reward you handsomely.
I think not only should we not give him those in case it actually ends up being better for the story, but we should also not give him those because if we can give him a bigger supply, that'd be better. He might give us more meat.
Oh, that's true.
That's all for now. Alright. So we did it.
Yeah.
And we got to have some fun amateur voice acting out of it as well. Well, you're probably a little less amateur than mine is because you actually did voice acting for a period of time.
Yeah, I mean, I always have fun whenever I get to do a character like that.
I love the name Barnaby Bob's Totally Normal Circus. Oh, yeah.
Does it make an acronym like Barnaby? Okay.
Let's see, BBPNL.
Okay.
It's just a jumble of words.
Bibitint.
All right, so we're gonna call it because it's fucking 22 minutes.
Yep.
It was nice seeing you fucks again.
Thanks for joining us on this horrific circus adventure.
Yes, with fucking murder clowns.
Murder clowns.
All right, well, we'll catch y'all later.